to be just like this exorcism show. That's
But
gonna
was she
miss,
hot?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then who cares?
No, but
Yeah.
it's good when she hikes the ball and misses because then she has to scramble,
And bend.
run to the ball, and bend over to pick it up.
Right.
So that's actually good for ratings for her to miss the snap 5 times.
They
in a
have
row.
major wedgies. Which
I wouldn't
is
mind
always-
missing her snap. I mean, wait, what?
Snap.
Wow.
Or snap.
I mean, we were actually joined by a friend of ours, the great Brent Rudeman,
Brent Rudeman.
who is a big football guy. He played football back in his younger years. And wouldn't you agree, a missed snap 5 times in a row in lingerie football is a good thing, right?
Very good thing.
Hold on, here, go ahead.
It's a very good thing. I actually have a little story about lingerie football too. It's
Let's do it.
kind of works out. I was hanging out with some buddies this weekend, and we were talking about lingerie football. And my daughter is 17 years old in high school, and one of my best friends in the world says your daughter is built perfectly for lingerie football.
Oh.
Did you hit him?
And that dude was built perfectly for an ass whooping.
I'm a big guy, and he's quite a bit bigger than me, so we let it ride. But
wow.
I wasn't even sure how to take that, but because they're built very well. But,
Yeah.
but it's your daughter.
Yeah.
You want your daughter to grow up to be built like that, but you don't want to think about it. So
And you don't want your friends to
Hey,
be thinking
she
about
could
it
be
either.
built like a brick shit house, but there should be no shit in said house.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, and you don't want your friend noticing any of that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like, well, I didn't know you were looking, man. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
You
That's
know what
going to
I
be
mean?
on the next
Time
episode
to-
of shit you should not say to your friends.
It's time to reevaluate that friendship.
Look, I've got lots of friends that have kids that are getting to that age, that adult age. It's okay to point out, oh wow, your kid's getting bigger. They're really growing up. But that's a place you don't go.
Speaking
Yeah.
of
Oh wow,
missing,
your kid's getting hot. No, you don't do that.
Now, back to the story at hand. Speaking of missing, the Rays just missed a horrible throw to first. We're going to talk about this show that's probably going to be missing the mark in the exorcism of so-and-so dude.
You know, it's great when you meet a new friend of yours wife and she's just butt ugly.
I tried.
Isn't that great?
I tried.
Oh, you tried to bring the show back to the.
sorry.
Yeah, he was trying to bring it back to what we were talking about.
You
but
know what show I'm not gonna miss?
Top Gear.
The new Top Gear show. It's not going to be Top Gear, but the host, the 3 hosts of Top Gear, and the executive producer of Top Gear have just signed a deal with Amazon Prime for a new show that will be Top Gear like.
I thought that was going to be a Netflix thing. I'm surprised they went to Amazon. Amazon's really
Yeah,
stepping it up now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amazon's going to be huge, dude.
The whole talk was it was either going to be Amazon or I also heard Sky, which is big over in Europe.
Right.
One of the reasons that they went with Amazon, now not necessarily over Netflix, but over other normal TV shows, as part of the clause in their contract is when their contract is up, they're not allowed to do another show with a UK broadcaster.
Okay, so yeah, it's non-compete clause or whatever going on.
Their non-compete doesn't hold up in this situation. But some of the quotes from this are great. In a statement from Amazon, Clarkson said, "I feel like I've climbed out of a biplane and into a spaceship." That's a nice little slap in the face to the BBC.
Wow.
Mind you, I'm reading this article on BBC.com.
But it does go to show you.
Hey, you know what? At least that's by...
Get whatever you can get out of them, right?
Remember we theorized as to what the budget implications would be?
Yeah.
And I think this is a statement by Jezza,
Yep.
Jeremy Clarkson, that the budget is in fact increased. I mean, if,
Well, of course.
if he's making a reference to that, then obviously they're going to be seeing a lot more money at their disposal,
Yeah.
which is surprising in the sense that, look, they were already driving six-figure, if not million-dollar cars at times. Their budget was huge to begin
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with everything that they destroy in all their shows, with the exotic locations that they go to, etc. So
Yeah.
how much money is Amazon using to produce this show?
This isn't in the article yet, but Andy Willman, who is the executive producer of Top Gear, that is going with them. He was quoted as saying, "They'll give us the freedom to make the program we want. There's a budget to produce programs of the quality we want, and this is the future." So it seems like
Wow.
Amazon has really stepped up.
It could
and
mean
said-
a lot of things, right? I mean, it could mean now I got 4 camera crews out there to take, get better shots and stuff like that. That's going to cost more money. It could be better cameras. It could be better production. The whole
I
nine.
mean,
It
and
doesn't necessarily have to be destroying more cars.
no, but even looking back, BBC didn't skimp, and they couldn't skimp. That was their biggest producer.
Surrounded, man. I'm fucking
And,
surrounded.
There's a quote here that Top Gear accounted for 8 of the top 20 most streamed programs on the BBC.
Now, let me ask you guys.
Smoking so much, everybody.
Well, that's the great Sancho Sanchez, our producer extraordinaire.
Everybody's smoking except us.
Now, let me ask you guys this.
You should
There's
start, man.
there's a lot of people out there that are currently subscribing to Netflix to watch streaming television.
Yeah, I
but,
get Netflix.
But there's no one I know, even Hulu to a smaller degree, but there's no one I've spoken to that's really using Amazon.
I did the free 30-day trial.
You're doing the Amazon Prime?
No, I did it
Hey,
before.
Watch out, because at that end of the
I
30 days,
canceled. I
boy,
canceled it one day
yeah.
after I signed up for it.
I missed
I'm
the
a
day.
Prime member.
But what other shows are there that are on Prime?
There's some good stuff.
I don't use the Prime Video, honestly. I use
Hungry
it for
Games.
the free shipping and all that stuff. I order enough stuff on Amazon that it pays for itself time and time again.
Okay, so that
But,
comes with the Amazon Prime shipping.
Yeah. The Amazon Prime upgrade comes with the Amazon TV and Amazon Radio or Amazon Music thing. It comes with
Music too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only
Yeah, they
difference
have
between like Prime and Netflix is you can buy. They have like stuff that you can for free that comes with your Prime membership, and it's pretty much the same stuff that's on Netflix. A couple different movies here or there, and different TV shows. They sign contracts.
So do you guys think that they're using this perhaps as maybe Amazon's using this as their anchor program? They're using this as a way to galvanize further interest and then
Advertise through.
engendering more television programming on the channel, right?
Well, it's just a bidding war. It seems like you got the Hulu out there, you got Netflix and Amazon, and they're pretty much bid on these different TV shows. They go to whoever the production company that owns it, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you this much money," and they get exclusives.
Yeah. I think Hulu is going to be out of the game. If Amazon steps up like this, like they just have, and steps up a couple more times, I mean, there's no point in Hulu, really. I mean, you pay for Hulu, and they have a couple shows that are exclusive, but you don't hear anything about them. It's not like you're hearing about Orange is the New Black, or House of Cards,
right?
Like Netflix has. And really on Hulu, all you're paying for is the ability to stream shows, which you get anyway.
But Netflix has a lot
Right.
of anchor programming, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
They've got the
They got a couple of their own. I know they have their own couple series that are supposedly groundbreaking. Haven't
House
really
of
watched
Cards
them.
is doing well.
House of Cards, Orange is the New Black is
Right.
fantastic.
They've got some of the Marvel television programming as well, Daredevil
Is it
and stuff
Arrow?
like that.
Netflix
Is Arrow on
has
there?
that.
No, Arrow's on NBC, isn't it?
No,
it's
I think they
on-
actually did pick it up on Netflix. Something.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Arrow's on CW. isn't it?
CW, you're right. I apologize.
And that's where the 100 is
So
as well.
to me, this is Amazon Prime's foot in the pool to get there, and I agree with you. Some of the feedback I saw in response to Top Gear going to Amazon was the fact that a lot of people on the comment stream said, "Well, I guess I'm going to cancel Hulu now. I'm going to because Top Gear is a huge draw. I mean, it's not going to be Top Gear at this point. They're going to call it something else. But the three of them are a huge draw.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's going to bring people over to that. I mean, me personally, I'm going to want to get Amazon Prime just to watch this.
Well, yeah, it's like when Howard Stern left regular radio and went into he's on Sirius or whatever.
He's on Sirius.
Big contract. He pretty much was launched Sirius Radio, I think, and
he almost killed them too, though. They went a little aggressive and went out and bought too many. They bought Oprah and all these different things, and they ended up having financial issues. But Amazon's also signed up Woody Allen to make his first TV series, and they resurrected the drama Ripper Street that was on BBC as well. So they've taken two BBC shows, so they're definitely on the prowl and looking to come up.
So Woody Allen wants to make a TV show. So then the very minuscule demographic of Amazon Prime users that are whiny 60-something-year-old Jews will then sign up for Amazon Prime.
That's kind of stereotypical, Ben.
I really don't know what show I'm going to do on Amazon Prime. I really don't understand. I used to be married to that little kid that was my cousin or whatever she was. Oh.
Well, I think Amazon Prime really has something to offer that the others don't, though, because somebody like me, who I already pay for Amazon Prime as it is for the shipping and things like that, so now I get this for free, and I may look back and say, you know what, I don't need my Netflix or I don't need my Hulu. I'm already getting another service provided, and the price is the same. I mean, it's $100 a year. $100 a year. I pay Amazon. I pay Netflix $100 a year. So. And I get free shipping on Amazon now. So
you don't get free shipping on Netflix.
But where they're really smart.
Well, you do.
I know you do.
On your DVDs, but that's an extra service you got to pay for.
I don't need that.
Unlike Netflix, they also offer newer release movies. They have like a pay-per-view on there. So you get your free Prime movies and free Prime TV shows, but you can also pay like a couple bucks per episode to watch some shows that they haven't released on there. So they're making tons of. They're going to make a lot of money on this thing.
Amazon. I mean, they're almost breaking even all the time because of so much of their stuff they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's the largest retailer in the world, and by the way, the largest warehouse, the largest tenant for warehouse space in the entire world.
And a big river.
Really?
Yes.
It used to be
a very big river.
It's funny you say that. They quoted Richard Hammond saying, "Amazon. Oh yes, I've already been there. I got bit by a bullet ant."
See?
Actually, one of the best episodes they ever did was when they drove through the Amazon.
Oh yeah,
remember that? Yeah,
that was fantastic.
But while we're talking about television shows, when I think of the early '90s, one of the most popular shows that was on television was Married with Children. Let's face it, that was what
Yeah.
Kelly.
that's where here comes the singing.
Which is
where it goes really well with shit you're talking about. Come on now.
This is where Christina Applegate made her
Oh, yeah.
name. Obviously, this is where Al Bundy. I can't remember his real name.
Ed something.
Ed Sullivan.
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
Well
Oh,
done. Well done.
This is where he made his name. This is where David Faustino really.
And the
oh,
mother,
wait,
who
wait,
was later on.
Yeah,
he didn't.
Katie Seagal.
There you go.
Wait. It didn't do anything for David Faustino.
No,
actually.
Dave. No,
No,
he-
it didn't.
No.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
The
Dave, he
dog,
got-
the dog made more money than he did.
You know what he
after
did for
that show.
David Faustino? He got laid a lot when he was younger.
He
That
did.
he would have never if he wasn't on a
Well,
TV show.
maybe that's why they're trying to bring this back, because maybe David Faustino needs a job, because apparently Married with Children is now trying to do a sequel. They're trying to bring the show back. And look, I think, for that era, for that time and place that we lived in, it worked. Does it work now? Is this something that should be brought back, or is this just something that should be swept under the rug and respected for what it was at the time? Do we need to see this again? Where do you go with it from here?
I mean, I think it's almost a family life is almost the same now because the kids are off doing the thing on their own, the mom's off doing crap on her own, and the dad is just kind of there. I think it fits in this nowadays.
Well, I think the dad's doing better because now he's with Sofia Vergara in Modern Family.
yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's trading down.
Yeah.
Extremely. But
Yeah,
what do
but
I
Katie
think?
Seagal's not that bad of a.
She ain't Sofia Vergara. man.
No.
I mean.
Yeah, but without makeup,
No, no,
let me see him
no.
without makeup. We'll talk.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Okay.
her.
Yeah, that's not even comparable.
I'd like to see her without makeup and a
Sofia
couple other
Vergara
things,
without
but
makeup is yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
think
Have
about
you
it,
seen her?
Okay.
Ugh.
it wasn't a super
Put your makeup back on.
funny show if you go back and watch the reruns. And I've done this recently. Basically, the reason why it did well, and the same reason why a lot of shows on Fox did well, was because it was kind of groundbreaking and it was completely politically incorrect.
Right.
And it was all about the family you don't see. It was actually almost a live version of The Simpsons.
Well, if you think about
Very
it,
similar to it.
if you think
Yeah.
about it, Joe, it was prior to the advent. You had a lot of cable channels, but they didn't have the visibility that they do now. You didn't have that wide availability of different channels for programming. I mean, Fox was that alternative channel to watch television.
Right, oh,
They
yeah.
were- like you said, they were cutting edge.
Yeah.
Now there's, whether it's AMC, A&E, all these other channels, HBO. I mean, everybody is making all these cutting edge shows. It's not that same era.
What are they
So
making the show on?
It
Who's-
just
who's-
seems
who's
well, it's
airing it?
It's the same cast. They haven't said who's airing it, but to me, it just seems like they're beating a dead horse and they're trying to squeeze every last dime out of a concept.
And they're waiting for David Faustino to get out of rehab.
And Sofia Vergara looks fantastic without makeup.
Yeah, you're totally wrong about that, Mickey.
Anyway, if they do it on something like a
I stand
Netflix,
corrected.
Yeah, you did.
or if they do it on
not
something
even
like
Not to go on a
a
tangent.
cable show, if it goes on, if it goes on FX or something like that, or FXX, it might be good. If they try to do it on NBC, ABC, or Fox, any like regular 9 o'clock, it's going to be horrible because they'll have to step up their game in order to make this interesting. They almost have to like change the entire feel of the show to where it's a little more risque, and you know what I mean.
Now, guys,
think.
to go on one last thing, we're going to cram in here. We're going to have to cut some of what we have for this segment because we're already running late. But you remember the old detective shows? We talk about old programming. You had the old detective shows,
Columbo.
particularly the ones. And when you got to the mid '80s, late '80s, you had the technology shows. Whether it was Blue Thunder. Remember Blue Thunder?
Oh yeah,
You had-
that was a wait. What's
the
that?
helicopter,
Yeah, but
right?
wasn't that was a movie?
Well, then it became a show.
Yeah, it was Jan Mike.
No, that was
That was
Airwolf.
Airwolf,
okay.
Yeah, but you
with
had
Ernest
both.
Borgnine in there.
I
too.
love that.
Yeah, you
man.
had both of those shows, okay?
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was all about technology. Yeah,
And Knight Rider.
Exactly, yeah.
Knight Rider.
Right. Well, sometimes life imitates art. In this case, in San Francisco, cops reportedly in San Francisco need these bikes. Because crime is so bad there, they need quad bikes that can transform into jet skis.
These things are awesome.
That
And
is-
they had
What?
they had it on Top Gear.
Yeah, the wheels
Clarkson
come
tested
down.
it. Yeah, it's a 4-wheeler. Looks like a quad bike. Here you go, Mickey.
No, I get it.
Okay, it looks like a quad bike, like a 4-wheeler, and it can drive about 45 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour on land, and then it can drive straight into the water, hit a button, it sucks the wheels up inside, and has a jet motor on it, and then it takes off like a jet ski, and does about 40 miles an hour.
That's
on the water.
awesome.
Was this San Francisco?
Yeah, San Francisco has them. They've got.
Now let me ask you. Just think of one situation where this might be handy. I'm trying to picture it in my mind. Where where is somebody running from the street into the ocean?
Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto?
Hey, have you never gone to the Giants Park? If somebody catches too many balls, no, that's not acceptable. I'm getting in there.
Is that it? I mean, because
Cubby's Cove.
I know they're not chasing down illegal aliens because that's a sanctuary city there. But
I kind of thought the same thing you did because these things are expensive. They're about $50,000 a piece.
Right, I think they just want to play with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have. I think they have 3 or 4 of them, but they were donated by Salesforce.com CEO Mark Benioff.
I mean,
they got them for free, so they're using them.
I'm thinking, Caleb, that is there any city that requires more of